Hi guys, it's me William again, and I got another video lesson for you. Today I'm gonna teach you how to play as promised. I Hung My Head from Johnny Cash. It's a real cool tune. It's typical Johnny Cash. His song, it's telling a story while playing guitar, you know. And it's really easy again. It has like 5 chords, I think, which are C, F, A minor, D minor, and a G. I'll show you those closer up in a second. So we start off with saying there are like two verses that always switch off. Like normally you would have a verse, chorus, verse, chorus. This time you have verse, verse, second verse, verse, verse. Like it's not really a chord. There's not really a chorus in this song. And the first verse starts with C, which we also used in the last video, which is this chord, to an F, which is just these two. If you have these two on the C chord, you put them down 1 string. So from there, the C chord, you go down to the F chord. F chord. Okay. And then we go to the A chord, the A minor actually. We also use that in Hurt. So here we go, A minor chord. And then back to the F. And you play all those chords for 1 bar, which is 4 downstrokes. And let's start singing. Early one morning, with time to kill, I borrowed Jeb's rifle and sat on the hill. I see a lone rider crossing the plain. I drew a bead on him to practice my aim. And then it goes into the other sort of verse, the other chords, which are a D minor, really sad chord if you ask me. So we have the D. This is a D chord. And then the highest string is now on the 2nd fret. That needs to go to the 1st fret. So it becomes something like this. And you only strum the 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st string. So you leave these 2 top strings untouched. So it becomes this. That is a D minor. So D minor for 1 bar, and then G for 2 bars, which is this chord. So this fret here, this fret here, and this fret here. So something like this. Hope you guys can see that. If not, look in some book or something, or find it on the internet. And then it goes back to the C chord. And then to the F, yeah. So, whoa, what? D minor, G, C, F, A minor. Oh. So D minor for 1 bar, G for 2 bars, and then C for 1 bar, and then F for 1 bar, then you go back to A minor for 1 bar, and then I hung my head on C, and then to the F, I hung my head. So let me sing that for now. My brother's rifle went off in my hand. A shot rang out across the land. The horse he kept running, the rider was dead. I hung my head, I hung my head. And then into the first progression again. I set off running to wake from the dream. My brother's rifle went into the steam. I kept on running into the Southlands. That's where they found me, my head and my hands. The sheriff, he asked me why had I run, and then it came to me just what I had done. And all for no reason, just one piece of lead. I hung my head, I hung my head. So, let me tell you the chord progression again. First verse, C, F, A minor, F. The second verse type is D minor, and then G, G, so 2 bars of G. And then to the C, then to the F, then to the A minor, and I C my head, I F my head. And that's practically the entire song, except let me see for a second. I thought there was a little switch up in the end. D minor, G, C, F. Okay, so the last verse is a little bit different, so it's a little switch up from chords, but nothing too special. So D minor, we start off there again. He's come to fetch me to see what they done, and we'll ride together till kingdom come. So that's normal. And then I pray for God's mercy, still normal. But then for soon I'll be dead, you don't go to the A minor, you stay on the F. So he's come to fetch me to see what they done, and we'll ride together till kingdom come. I pray for God's mercy, for soon I'll be dead. And then I hung my head, 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 I hung my head. So that last switch up was just D minor, G, G, C, F, and then instead of going to the A, another F. And then the ending, I hung my head, C, I hung my head on the F, I hung my head on the C, I hung my head on the F. So a real cool tune. And I got lots more. I think I got like 7 more Johnny Cash songs. I think even 8. So that'll be cool. I plan on finishing that till next week or something. So the next Johnny Cash song I'm gonna show you is Can't Help But Wonder Where I'm Bound. I hope everybody knows that. Real easy chords again, a C, an F, an E minor, and a D minor and G. That's it. It's really easy, so if you want to check that out, click my hand. There'll be a link on there for can't help but wonder where I'm bound. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, comment, subscribe, you know, all the good stuff. Oh no, over 10 minutes. Goodbye.